May Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala accept all our good deeds, make this Ramadan the best Ramadan in our life. Allah Tabarak wa Ta'ala give us ability to attend Laylatul Qadr, give us acceptance in that blessed night. So, they told me to talk about some stories in Quran. If we would choose a story in Quran to begin with, no doubt it will be the story of Adam. For me, this is the most important story in the Quran. And that's why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala mentioned this story, the first story. When you open the Mus'haf, you'll find that the first story in Surah Al-Baqarah is the story of Adam. Because story of Adam is a story of all the children of Adam. It's a story, my story, your story. So it's very, very essential. And it's very short, but very deep. There's a lot of lessons between lines. So the first thing, as it read in Surah Al-Baqarah, that we realize that Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala mentioned that He created heavens and earth first only for the children of Adam. And then He said to the angels, I will create a Khalifa in this earth. First lesson here is, all this earth is just a stage of the test. Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala created everything in this earth for us. What does for us mean? For us mean either we benefit from this. There's a lot of things in this earth just to benefit from. That's number one. Or to take lesson from it, just for reflection. We look at the sky, at the stars, at another reason, not just to take benefit, is to reflect upon the creation of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. Third, also, everything in the earth for us as a test. There is a lot of harmful things in this earth. That's for us. How? It's a test for us. As Abdullah ibn Abbas said, اختبارا أو اتعاظا أو انتفاعا. Ibn Abbas said everything on this earth is for us. Either we benefit from it or reflect upon it, or it's test for us. So Allah said He created this earth, and then He said to the angels, I will create a Khalifa on this earth. There's a very important point here, that many youngsters nowadays, they just take the Christianity version of this story. They thought that we are in this earth because of the fault of Adam. Adam did a mistake, so the consequences after that, we came here. That's not the Quranic version. When Allah said, قُلْنَا اهْبِطُوا مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا, He didn't say because of the mistake of Adam. Allah said that He created Adam and his children for this earth. He said that even before He created Adam. So we meant to be here. It's not because the mistake of Adam at all. That's the Christianity version. We are here because we, from the first place, created to be here. This is the stage of the test. Very important point here. So, then, what about that story of eat from every tree except one tree and then he fall? What's this about then? This is just training for Adam. This is for us. It's just how the test will be. This story is not just for Adam, it's for us. How is the methodology of the test? Read the story of Adam, as we will explain. Then Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala announced that He will create Adam. That's another profound lesson. Human being is something very big. It's Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala honored human being among billions of creation. When He wanted to create the father of a human being, He made announcement with all angels, I will create a Khalifa on this earth. Something very big. That's number one, announcement, before He created Adam. And then He told us that He created Adam from clay, from dust. And he mentioned in Quran many times how he created Adam, to show us that we are created from two substances, body and spirit. Body and spirit. He talked about this body many times. He wants to tell us, you can choose. Either you focus on the first part of your creation, which is body, clay, this earth. Your concerns will be only on this earth. Your ultimate objectives only on this earth. Or focus on the second part, which is spirit. That's why he mentioned this many times. He wants to show us also, you are very weak. Clay is nothing. For someone who become arrogant and he try to show that I am and the ego come out, calm down. You are from clay. And when he told the angels that he will create Adam, he said, I will create a creature from clay. I blow that spirit in that clay, then prostrate to Adam. It means prostration is come only after we become body and spirit. All the secrets of a human being is in that ruh, is in that spirit. So then the angels ask question, why you create a creature that will shed blood, will spread corruption on this earth, while we are glorify you all the time? What's the answer? What did Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala respond to them? You can tell me. Yes? That's it. Did he explain the wisdom behind that in details? No, he did not. He's just say, Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. Indeed, I know what you don't know. That's it. What does that mean? The lesson here is, when we come to the knowledge of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, to the wisdom of Allah, that's something beyond us. That's something now the human being should stop here. A lot of secrets in His decree. When you come to the destiny, that's the secret of Almighty. A human being can't understand everything because their knowledge is depend to their sources around them. Even their brain has a limit, their senses has a limit. How can someone who surround everything with limits want to judge Almighty, which is beyond our imagination? So he just say, Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. Does that mean it's prohibited to ask about the wisdom? No. We can ask, we can search, we can try to derive some wisdoms from Quran. But the answer is just to emphasize for us, all this research, all this wisdom, you will still have a very limited knowledge. There's some areas you will never understand, especially in this dunya. Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. Indeed, I know what you don't know. Is the wisdom behind that. So some wisdoms that some scholars try to extract, that a human being, when they follow the path of Allah Ta'ala, they became different creation. Even they became better than the angels. That if a person loves Allah Ta'ala so much, is ready to sacrifice everything for Him. Look at the Prophet Ibrahim alayhi salam. One person, Allah said, Inna Ibrahim kana ummah. Is ummah, lesson from everyone. One person. When his heart is full of love of Allah Ta'ala, he's ready to sacrifice everything. His homeland, his father, his children, everything just to please Allah Ta'ala. He dedicated his life to his Lord. That's one example from many examples of a human being when the human being purify themselves and come close to their Lord, they became different. They become secrets of Almighty. Inni a'lamu ma la ta'lamun. Then Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala showed the angels some of this wisdom. It's about the knowledge of a human being. علم آدم الأسماء كلها. Human being is very complicated creation, very complicated. That Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala taught Adam, not just Adam, and his children, al-asma. A long discussion between Mufassirin here. What I choose from this long discussion, that علم آدم الأسماء كلها, it's not names. Not just taught Adam this called mountain, this called. Because if that is the case, then there's no superiority of the human being here to the angels. Asma here, names, it just summarizes the nature of a human being. That Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give them ability to learn. And that ability to learn and to seek knowledge can summarize in asma. What does that mean? Human beings always tend to put a name or term for everything. Because that term can summarize many complicated things. For example, when we discover the computer, if you explain someone computer, he doesn't know what is computer. Every time you'll explain in a lot of words what is computer. If you put it in a term, computer, any human being now just need first explanation. After that, computer is a computer. Computer now, when I heard this word, that's mean a lot for me. I can explain it in few hours. But that few hours summarized in one term, computer. Justice. Justice is, philosophers, they discuss this term in many books just to explain what is justice, what is not justice. And then they summarize in this term, justice, al-adl. So, term is just, this is the way of a human being, how they gain knowledge. That when our children grow up, and then they just slowly learn terms, names. One time, that's finished. I put that term. Just compare now yourself before you go to school and after you graduate from university or postgraduate. How many terms in your head, in your brain? That's a lot of complicated terms. Compare that to yourself when you are a child. To summarize your knowledge, it's just asma. It's just terms, names. But the names main which build all this knowledge. That's one aspect of allama Adam al-asma. Our ability to gain knowledge, to gain complicated knowledge. This asma also, when we come to the human being and learn about the divine, about the Almighty, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala introduced Himself in asma. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى فَادْعُوهُ بِهَا. Names again. But when you heard Ismullah al-Ghafur, the all-forgiving, what comes to your mind, you can't even explain it. What you feel when you heard the Quran, إِنَّ اللَّهَ غَفُورٌ رَحِيمٌ, you have a lot of stories, a lot of explanation, a lot of experience with Ghafur Rahim. And it just names. Just turn Ghafur Rahim, 2 words. But if you ask me to explain Ghafur Rahim, I can explain it in a way, sometimes I can't express it. I feel it. I have hundreds of examples. I see Allah is Ghafurur Rahim. Names again. وَلِلَّهِ الْأَسْمَاءُ الْحُسْنَى. Human beings now, their nature to take a role models. Role model just names again. When someone mention your role model, because just name, that means a lot for you. When I mention Rasulullah sallallahu alayhi wasallam, Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wasallam, it's a name. But that name for me and you means a lot. If some non-Muslim ask me, who is Muhammad? What is Muhammad? I can explain it for ages. That's my life. And it's a name again. That's just some examples how a human being very complicated. So Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala to show the angels that this creature is special. Knowledge. If you go to the knowledge now and how every time Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give human being ability to discover more and more of universe. They didn't create anything. They just discover, every day discover. The knowledge is there. But Allah give us ability. وَعَلَّمَ الْإِنسَانَ مَا لَمْ يَعْلَمْ. Now, when you look at the internet now, at the universe, what we discover, DNA, so complicated knowledge. We didn't create anything. We create nothing. We just discover. But that's out of secrets also. When Allah gives us ability to discover something very, very complicated. That's عَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. That's all in this. When we use this knowledge to make this earth in the path of Allah, that's the secrets of a human being. That's why Allah had chosen some of the human beings. Their ultimate goal is just to please their Lord. وَعَلَّمَ آدَمَ الْأَسْمَاءَ كُلَّهَا. That's why the first revelation to the Rasulullah sallallahu alaihi wasallam, اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق. It's read. It's about knowledge. اقرأ باسم ربك الذي خلق خلق الإنسان من علق. He said, created a human being from alaq. He didn't say from nutfa, mingle of fluid. Alaq is after that. When you become just a piece of flesh in the womb of your mother, and it's just depend to the womb. Ya'laq. That dependence, that's very important here. It means the human being is also depend to his Lord. Without his Lord, you can't gain any knowledge. خلق الإنسان من علق. اقرأ وربك الأكرم. The first name that Allah mentioned and introduced to his prophet is Al-Akram, the most generous. What's the manifestation of that generosity? That he taught a human being what they don't know. علم آدم again. And then he mentioned not just that, the means of knowledge. علم بالقلم. Human being can transform the knowledge to the next generation by pen, by scriptures. That's complicated. علم آدم الأسماء كلها. Then now, Allah created Adam. Now He give us now the scene of the tree. قلنا يا آدم اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة. Live you and your wife. Why your wife here? This Jannah, if Adam live alone in Jannah, Adam will not enjoy Jannah. That's another nature of a human being. If they put you in a palace, you have everything you wish, but you are alone, it's just like a present for you. Because Allah created us, need that companionship and connection. اسكن أنت وزوجك الجنة وَكُلَا مِنْهَا رَغَدًا حَيْثُ شِئْتُمَا. And eat from everywhere. It's Jannah. Millions of trees. Eat from everywhere. It's for you. وَلَا تَقْرَبَا هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةَ فَتَكُونَا مِنَ الظَّالِمِينَ. However, don't come close this tree. Only one. If you come close, you become wrongdoers, among wrongdoers. This is just to represent how the test will be on the earth. Not just for Adam, for us. Every types of meat are halal for us, except few like pork. Pork here is the tree. Every types of drinks are halal, except intoxicating. This is now a tree. Halal is everywhere. Haram is very few. It's just one tree. That one tree symbolizes the prohibition, which is very few. Question is, how can Adam and his children leave all these halal things and go to that one tree? That's ajib. The story explains that in details. Now is the role of the Satan, of Shaitan. The role of Shaitan, this is his area. He play here. His area is to transform your focus to that one tree. Make you always think about that one tree. That small prohibitions. Why alcohol is haram? I obey Allah, but I want wisdom. Okay, what if I just drink a little bit? If you say because I become intoxicated, what if I drink just a little bit? Why this haram? And why? Why the pork is haram? Don't tell me there's some diseases. What if we raise some pork here or some pigs, and then we eat from the third generation and we make sure that they are very pure? Why they talk a lot about the one tree? That's the Shaitan. Shaitan, the first thing, he will just shift your focus to that one tree. Talk about it. Why it's haram? Go and come close to it and see it. Don't eat, but come close to it. Don't go to the pub, but come and look at these people Allah deviated from His path, just to take lessons. Just stand up in the door and look and say, Subhanallah, Alhamdulillah that Allah prevent me from this. Just come close. You think a lot about the tree again. And when you come close, now he become more stronger, Shaitan. Step by step. خطوات الشيطان فوسوس لهم الشيطان. He whisper always. Thoughts. Distract you with that thoughts about the one tree. Then now we go to the next level. Beautify that tree. That tree now become the most beautiful tree in the world. Alcohol become the most taste thing. That's how he beautify. قال يا آدم هل أدلك على شجرة الخلد وملك لا يبلى. He even give name to that tree. شجرة الخلد. The tree of eternity. Oh, very nice name. It's not just a normal tree. No, this is the tree of eternity. This is not just a cup of wine. These spiritual drinks. No, this pork, if you eat it, that's why these people, they build a very nice civilization. Because they eat something, we don't eat it. Beautify the tree. He said to Adam, and he always, when he beautify, he come to our desires. He know our nature very well. So in our nature, we love eternity. We love to live forever. That's the nature of every human being. But because we will die, we try to do something. For example, that majority of a human being, they prefer to have sons over daughters. One of the main reasons for that, not because the sons are more beneficial. The main reason first, because we love ourselves. And we know we will die. So we want our name to carry on. If I have a son, he will carry my name. My grandson will carry my name. But my daughter may get married with someone from different society, different nationality. Her children will not carry my name. So they love sons because they love themselves. It's a roots of that we want to live for many ages. Now my name now will carry on. Another manifestation that these big leaders in any civilizations, they always built big statues. What's the timthal? Statues? Statue. A big statue for themselves. Every civilization. Why? Because he will die. But I want the generation after me, for many hundreds of years, know I was here. The name will last for. That's why they build these big buildings in Egypt, in everywhere. Because they know they will die. That's why they put their names. Right now, some of wrongdoers, they do a lot of charities. But they have condition. We want our names to be there. Names that the next generation and generation, they know we were here. Khuld. That's hubbul khulud. Nature of human beings. Nature of a human being is what? To go for. So Shaitan came. This is the tree of, if you want khulud, eat from that tree. You will live forever. Shajaratul khuld. Also change the terms. Shaitan gives a term for the tree. That's another strategy of Shaitan. If I say Allah prohibited zina, the word zina is Quranic word. Every Muslim, when he heard zina, no one will like it. وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا. Quranic terms are very important to remain in society. But if you change that term to some terms more soft, it's just a relationship outside the marriage. Look, it's more soft. What did they do? They do a relationship outside the marriage. No, they committed zina. When they committed zina, it's very, everyone will, a'udhu billah. Nowadays, there is a lot of another terms you know and I know. When you go now, Shaitan straight away, they will make this term very nice. Very nice. Even nowadays, I have a series in fiqh, and last time we have about the food and drink, which is halal or not haram, or long series. So one question is, what about the alcohol, which is zero alcohol? Zero alcohol is halal. This is not alcohol. It's halal. But this is not my point. My point is, they put it in the bottle exactly like alcohol. That's another strategy of Shaitan. So when you ask me, it's zero alcohol. Yes, that's not khamr. According to fiqh and Quran, this is not khamr. But wait a minute. I will not give my children to drink some bottle just like exactly al-khamr, because that's the step of Shaitan. Shaitan beautify now. No, it's not alcohol, but look at this bottle. Then children like it. Then now, step by step, terms. شجرة الخلد وملك لا يبلى. We also have a nature, we want to have a superpower. That's in our nature. But we know our power are very limited. That's why every one of us, when we are children, we love Superman. Why we love Superman? Because this is our nature. We want superpower. Every time we discover something to make life easy, and we feel that we have power. Civilization now developed. Now everything is just click. There's a power. Because we love power. Shaitan knows that very well. That's why he come to Adam from this. You want power? You want to be like angels, superpower? Eat from that tree. What stops you from this superpower is just eating from that tree. Look, that normal tree becomes something huge just with whispering. When I say shaitan here, shaitan has a lot of followers from a human being who also did the same strategy to deviate a human being from the path of Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala. So the power here is, the power leads a human being to initiate a lot of wars in this earth just to show the power. Just for that. The power is just to initiate a lot of wars, just to then, a lot of diseases, then the people will buy a medicine. We created that medicine. Human beings love power. That's why the more they go far away from the path of Allah, the more they want to control human beings. Nowadays, all this social media, all this internet, is just a type also of control. Everything you search, everything you do in that, it's all in record. That they want to feel power. In some countries, they control all this media. They made their own media because a human being there is just numbers. They want to control these numbers. They want to know everything. Power again. Shaitan came to Adam from this. شجرة الخلد وملك لا يبلى. All these nice buildings from the civilization during the history, it's just to show power. So shaitan come from this. Another strategy of shaitan, وَقَاسَمَهُمَا إِنِّي لَكُمَا لَمِنَ النَّاصِحِينَ. He swore to Adam, I am just want khair for you. I want good for you. I swear by God. I am honest. I want to benefit you. That's shaitan. Either from human being or shaitan from you also come from this hat of someone who care about you. You know, I don't know about this, but I encourage you to take this haram because I care about you. I don't want you to struggle. I don't want you to do all this long process. So just, what if you sign in this contract and you have some millions of this? I just care about you. I don't want you to suffer in this life. And then you can say astaghfirullah after that. Inni lakuma lamina nasihin. That's another. And shaitan is very patient. Slowly. That's why Allah said in this story, فَدَلَّاهُمَا بِغُرُورٍ. It's amazing. دَلَّاهُمَا, it means just you are in the well, and when that want to take a water, it just goes slowly, slowly, slowly. Just shaitan, take that rope, and he slowly, slowly pull you slowly. Sure, slow but sure. That's shaitan, very patient. Then Adam, after that, he said, مَا نَهَاكُمَا رَبُّكُمَا عَنْ هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. If you realize, shaitan didn't start his strategy till Adam come close to shajara. Till Adam come close to the tree, now shaitan start. It means the first step, you just come close to it. Come close to haram. That's why Allah said, وَلَا تَقْرَبُوا الزِّنَا. Don't come close to zina. Allah didn't say لا تزنوا. Don't commit zina. No, don't come close to it. So if you are in universities, so if your eyes is everywhere, look there and there and there, that's the first door of shaitan. Shaitan will never come to you and say, oh, go and commit zina. Because you'll never do it. Because you are Muslim. No, a'udhu billah. But no, zina, no. A'udhu billah, shaitan will say. But just come close. So, you are not have confident with yourself? Go and have a free relationship with that girl. Oh, it means you are very weak. And you are afraid about to fall in shaitan. Where is your iman? You have strong iman. Slowly, slowly. دَلَّاهُمَا بِغُرُورٍ. So he will talk till you come close. When you come close and have a close relationship, now he will go further. That's why Allah said in Surah Al-A'raf, مَا نَهَاكُمَا رَبُّكُمَا عَنْ هَذِهِ الشَّجَرَةِ. This hadhi here is very nice. He talked about this tree. What does that mean? It means there's another step. He brought Adam towards the tree and then he talked now. Eventually Adam ate from the tree. So Adam disobeyed his Lord. Bear with me now in very profound point. Did Adam disobey his Lord or not? Yes or no? Yes. Allah said, فَعَصَى آدَمُ رَبَّهُ. Very explicitly. Did Iblis disobey his Lord? Yes or no? Yes. So both of them, they disobey. But Allah Ta'ala forgave Adam. He didn't forgive Iblis. Because there's a big or huge difference between both of them. And these two methods, you have to tell yourself, either you go to the path of Iblis or path of Adam. When Adam ate from the tree, when Adam disobeyed his Lord, the first thing he did, رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا. Adam and Hawa said, oh Allah, we wrong ourselves. It's our fault. They don't create any excuse. They never say, oh our Lord, Shaitan whispered for us. Shaitan did it. Shaitan keeps saying and whispering. He never say that. Because if he said that, that's not an excuse. Allah gave us ability to refuse the whispering of shaitan. Point here is, don't look for excuses. When you fall in a fault, when you commit a sin, don't look for excuses. No, take the responsibility. Say, it's my fault. Like our father Adam. A human being, very complicated creation, human beings are expert in excuses. You know, when you are a child and you want to escape from your parents, you become very clever to create excuses. Very clever. And you act in a way, mashallah. No one can, oh, this is very innocent. Oh, sorry, you can go. That's our ability. We are very clever when it comes to the excuses. But don't try that with your Lord, because He is the Creator. Commit a sin and then say, you know, it's just my bad company. That's not an excuse. Because Allah gives you ability to stay away from them. Oh, shaitan is just did it for me. You know, internet, and we live in very complicated time now. I don't know what I can do. that's not an excuse. Don't look for excuses. Say, it's my fault. Or many Muslims nowadays, when they ask them why Muslims now are very weak, why Muslims country are in the end of this civilization now, Muslims are very weak. What's the main reason? They will say, not just the main, the only reason, because of our enemy. Absolutely, our enemy is one of the reasons. But to have an enemy, that's not something new. Since Adam and Iblis, enemy is always there. But before look at external factors, look at internal factors. It seems that we are perfect. The only problem is our enemy. Is that the reality? No. So first, admit your mistakes. It's our fault. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5s. Then try to take responsibility and try to improve yourself, and then rely on your Lord when you come to the enemy. That's why Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala in Quran, He mentioned the discussion or dialogue in the hellfire between the leaders and the followers. That's occurred few times in Quran. Why Allah repeat this theme? To tell us, for those people who are followers, don't think that in the day of judgment is an excuse. You say, oh, they deviate me from your path, I just follow them. That's not an excuse at all. When he talk about Fir'aun, فَأَخَذْنَاهُ وَجُنُودَهُ, his soldiers. Why he mentioned junudahu? To say they don't have an excuse. So the first point here, take your responsibility. Say, it's my fault. Come to the shaitan now. Shaitan didn't say it's my fault. Shaitan said, Rabbi bima aghwaytani. Oh Allah, you are the one who deviates me from the path. Now we rely now on destiny. Say, it's not my fault. This is something you written for me. Which is some Muslims now try to make this excuse. Oh, if Allah knows everything, if He has written everything, then why it's my fault? Okay, good question. And it seems very logic. So you want, okay, go further with you now. Do you know what Allah had written for you? Do you know that? No one knows. Why you assume that Allah has written something bad for you, so you act upon it? No one knows what Allah has written for us. Is that right? Okay, then why you assume? That's number one. Number two, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala give us ability for choice. I will not say free will. Free will is a big word. But Allah give us choice. So, for those people who say this, the same person, when he wants something for entertainment, he will go for it. He will pay for it. He will go for holiday for entertainment. We'll say to him, wait a minute, why you go for holiday? If Allah has written that for you, it will happen. Stay at home. If Allah had written for you, it will come. Why you go and eat delicious food in your favorite restaurant? If Allah had written that for you, it will happen. But He will never say, if Allah had written for me, I will go to a nice restaurant. He will never say that. He will search, He will go, He will make effort, He will pay. But when we come to the commands of Allah, you know what? If Allah had written that for me, I will pray. This come only in commands then. Because you don't know what Allah has written for you. Shaitan made the same excuse. Adam, he never did that. That's the first difference here. Choose either to follow Adam or follow Iblis. Follow Adam, admit your mistake. Say, it's my fault. Oh Allah, forgive me. Try to improve yourself. To follow Iblis, rely on destiny. If Allah knows that, it's my bad company, it's my environment, it's my miserable childhood, it's my long list of excuses. The second difference between Adam and Iblis, that Adam disobey his Lord, but out of forgetfulness. Allah said, وَلَمْ نَجِدْ لَهُ عَزْمًا. That's why once he ate from that tree, he realized, oh Allah, forgive me. We have desires. Sometimes we fall to that desires. But when we straight away say, oh Allah, forgive me, we follow our father. The problem with Iblis is deeper than that. Iblis had a disease in his heart. Arrogance. When he make excuse, أَنَا خَيْرٌ مِّنْهُ. I am better than him. You created me from fire. You created him from clay. That ego, that arrogance, and also jealousy from Adam. So some Muslims, they commit major sins. But when you talk to them, you say, make dua for me. It's my fault. That means the sin here is not in their disease, not in their heart. That just they fall in their desires. There's hope for them. But when someone fall in and say, no, it's not my fault, that's arrogance. That's the steps of Iblis. So that's the second also difference. That some dhunub, disease, some sins are in the heart. That's more dangerous than the normal disease. Another example, if someone commit in zina, zina is a major sin, no doubt. But when you talk to him, he say, Wallahi, I did a great sin. I'm really regret. Don't know what I did do. I make dua for me. It's my fault. May Allah forgive me. But another people, they made a disease like jealousy, arrogance, envy. This disease is more dangerous. This is in the heart. Then Iblis said, Adam said, رَبَّنَا ظَلَمْنَا أَنفُسَنَا وَإِن لَمْ تَغْفِرْ لَنَا وَتَرْحَمْنَا لَنَكُونَنَّ مِنَ الْخَاسِرِينَ. So now we go to the last stage of this. After that, Allah Tabaraka wa Ta'ala, He forgave Adam. The story ends with repentance to give us hope. Whatever you do in this life, there is always hope. The door will never close. With the condition, it's my fault. Oh Allah, forgive me. Oh Allah, forgive me. فتلقى آدم من ربه كلمات فتاب عليه إنه هو التواب الرحيم. That's not just for Adam. That's for us, because one of the strategy of shaitan, when you commit a major sin, you become very weak. Shaitan now came to say, oh, you commit a major sin. There is no hope for you. You are munafiq. You are munafiq. Look, in front of people, in public, you are a pious man. But now in private, you commit a major sin, you are munafiq. There's no hope for you. That thoughts come to your mind. That's little voice. That's from shaitan. To close the door of hope. Don't listen. Allah said, قُلْ يَا عِبَادِيَ الَّذِينَ أَسْرَفُوا عَلَىٰ أَنفُسِهِمْ لَا تَقْنَطُوا. Those people not just commit a sin, not just commit major sin. They stay away from their Lord. Allah called them my servants. Come, don't lose hope. Allah will forgive everything. Allah always opened the door of hope. So He ends the story with hope. And when He ends with the hope, He said in the end of the qissa, the story in Surah Al-Baqarah, قُلْنَا اهْبِطُوا مِنْهَا جَمِيعًا. Now you go down to the earth, Adam and Iblis. after you understand the methodology of the test. But there's one thing now missing. فَإِمَّا يَأْتِيَنَّكُم مِّنِّي هُدًى. How then the children of Adam, they know now the methodology, but we are weak. We need something to be very strong when shaitan attack us, because shaitan is always there. Allah gave us the huda, the guidance, the Quran. This is the end of the story. Quran with you all the time. When you reflect upon it, Quran will tell you exactly the path of shaitan in details. You know, one of the main themes of the Quran is the tactics or the method or the strategy of shaitan. I mean, shaitan here, human being and jinn. وَكَذَلِكَ نُفَصِّلُ الْآيَاتِ وَلِتَسْتَبِينَ سَبِيلُ الْمُجْرِمِينَ. We make this Quran very clear, then you know the path of mujrimeen, of criminals, of wrongdoers, very clearly for you. In Quran, Allah will tell you about His names, so you rely on Him. So story end with guidance, huda. And then after we came to this earth. So brothers and sisters, story of Adam is the most important story. That's why Allah mentioned first. It's the beginning. It's number one. And when He ends that story, they will end that, He make a lot of comments. But I make it very short. I can't talk for many lessons about, because there's a comments in Quran about the story. I've just mentioned one. In Surah Al-A'raf, when Allah mentioned the story, He said, يَا بَنِي آدَمَ لَا يَفْتِنَنَّكُمُ الشَّيْطَانِ. O children of Adam, don't let shaitan deceive you like he did with your father. How? يَنزِعُ عَنْهُمَا لِبَاسَهُمَا لِيُرِيَهُمَا سَوْآتِهِمَا. With the door of desires. You know, when Adam ate from the tree, what happened? They now realize that they are naked. Shaitan wants to shift their focus to their desires. That's one of his main door. Desires, desires. Billions of dollars spent just with pornography. Pornography because distract people. That's the way of shaitan. We want you to focus on desires, desires, desires. You don't have any ultimate purpose in this life except desires. Allah mentioned that in Quran. يَنزِعُ عَنْهُمَا لِبَاسَهُمَا لِيُرِيَهُمَا سَوْآتِهِمْ. That's a lot of lessons. I will inshallah end with this, not to take your time inshallah. Next time inshallah, next Saturday, we'll look at another story in the Quran bi'idhnillah ta'ala. May Allah accept all our good deeds. May Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala accept our siyam, accept our dua, accept our qiyam, accept our sadaqat, accept our zakat. May Allah relieve all the pain from our brothers and sisters around the world, especially in Gaza. اللهم إنا نسألك لأهل غزة أن تطعم جائعهم وأن تكسو عاريهم وأن ترزقهم من حيث لا يحتسبون وصلى الله وسلم على عبد رسول سيدنا محمد الحمد لله رب العالمين.